projected 30% reduction in data breaches across key sectors by Q4 2024. Introduction. In recent years, data breaches have become a significant concern for organizations across various sectors. However, new projections suggest a 30% reduction in data breaches across four critical sectors: healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail, by the fourth quarter of 2024. This optimistic forecast emerges from an increased focus on cybersecurity measures, heightened awareness of vulnerabilities, and the implementation of more robust regulatory frameworks. Sector vulnerabilities. 1. Healthcare sector. The healthcare industry has consistently reported high data breach rates due to the sensitive nature of patient data, making it a prime target for cybercriminals. The HIPAA Journal indicates that healthcare organizations often find themselves at the intersection of regulatory compliance and the need to protect personal health information, leading to a challenging cybersecurity environment. 2. Telecommunications. This sector is vulnerable due to its extensive data networks and customer information. The integration of IoT devices further complicates security measures, as these devices can serve as entry points for attacks. 3. Finance. Financial institutions have historically been targets for cyber attacks because of the direct financial gain involved. The sector's regulatory environment demands strict compliance, but breaches can lead to severe financial repercussions and damage to consumer trust. 4. Retail. The retail sector faces significant threats related to customer payment information. With the rise of online shopping, retailers have had to adapt quickly to secure customer data, as breaches can lead to substantial financial losses and reputational damage. Rising awareness and preparedness. The past few years have seen a considerable increase in awareness about the importance of cybersecurity among organizations of all sizes. Many businesses, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises (SMEs), have begun to take cybersecurity more seriously, realizing that they are not immune to attacks. 1. Small business vulnerabilities. Alarmingly, 46% of all cyber breaches impact businesses with fewer than 1,000 employees. Small businesses are especially vulnerable, with 61% reporting being targeted by cyber attacks in 2021. As the StrongDM article notes, these enterprises often lack adequate cybersecurity measures, placing them at significant risk. 2. Investment in cybersecurity. In response to the increasing threat landscape, many organizations have ramped up their cybersecurity investments. For instance, 22% of small businesses increased their cybersecurity budgets in 2021. This trend indicates a growing recognition of the financial and reputational risks associated with data breaches. 3. Implementation of cybersecurity tools. Organizations are increasingly adopting advanced cybersecurity measures such as multi-factor authentication (MFA) and data encryption. Despite this progress, a significant number of small businesses still lack basic protections, with 51% reporting no cybersecurity measures in place. Impact of cyber attacks. Cyber attacks can have devastating impacts on organizations, leading to operational disruptions, financial losses, and reputational damage. The StrongDM report highlights that in 2020, over 700,000 attacks against small businesses were recorded, causing damages amounting to approximately $2.8 billion. 1. Operational disruption. Cyber attacks can severely disrupt business operations. For instance, 50% of small and medium-sized businesses report that it took 24 hours or longer to recover from an attack, which can lead to lost revenue and customer trust. 2. Reputational damage. A significant portion of consumers, 55%, indicates they would be less likely to continue doing business with companies that have suffered a data breach. This underscores the long-term reputational consequences that can follow a cyber incident. 3. Financial implications. The costs associated with cyber attacks can be staggering. According to StrongDM, 95% of cybersecurity incidents at small businesses cost between $826 and $653. 587. The financial toll can extend beyond immediate recovery costs to include legal fees, fines, and loss of business. Timeline of events. 2020. A surge in cyber attacks against small businesses is recorded, totaling over 700,000 incidents. 2021. The trend of increased targeting of small businesses continues, with 61% reporting cyber attack attempts. SMBs begin to recognize the need for enhanced cybersecurity measures. 2022 to 2023, awareness around cyber threats leads to a moderate increase in investments towards cybersecurity tools and strategies among small businesses. Q4 2024, a projected 30% reduction in data breaches is anticipated as sectors adopt more robust cybersecurity practices and regulations. Differences between sources. The HIPAA journal focuses predominantly on the healthcare sector's challenges and statistics regarding data breaches, while Strong DM emphasizes the cybersecurity landscape for small businesses, highlighting the lack of preparedness and financial implications of attacks. 1. Healthcare Insights. The HIPAA journal provides in-depth analysis of regulatory compliance and healthcare-specific vulnerabilities, showcasing the complexities faced by organizations in this sector. 2. Small business statistics. In contrast, the Strong DM article offers detailed statistics on the frequency and types of cyber attacks targeting small businesses, painting a clearer picture of the risks and challenges faced by SMEs. Conclusion. The convergence of heightened awareness, increasing regulations, and the implementation of advanced cybersecurity measures across various sectors is expected to significantly reduce the frequency and impact of data breaches by the end of 2024. As organizations continue to adapt to the evolving threat landscape, the emphasis on cybersecurity will likely remain a pivotal aspect of operational strategy. To achieve the projected 30% reduction in data breaches, it is crucial for organizations, especially those in vulnerable sectors, to prioritize cybersecurity, invest in robust protective measures, and foster a culture of security awareness among employees. By doing so, they can not only mitigate the risks associated with cyber attacks but also enhance their overall resilience against potential breaches. The projected 30% reduction in data breaches across healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail sectors by Q4 2024 appears optimistic, yet contains several counterintuitive insights that challenge conventional wisdom about cybersecurity preparedness and vulnerability. 1. Small businesses as major targets. While large enterprises are often viewed as the primary targets for cyber attacks, the statistics reveal that small businesses are disproportionately affected. Notably, 46% of all cyber breaches impact organizations with fewer than 1,000 employees, which contradicts the assumption that only larger firms, due to their resources and data, are at significant risk. This suggests that small businesses, often perceived as low-risk targets, are actually high-value targets for attackers who exploit their weaker security postures. 2. Perception of security and actual risk. A significant number of small business owners believe their companies are too small to be targeted by cyber criminals. Approximately 36% of small businesses are not at all concerned about cyber attacks, and 59% of those without cybersecurity measures think they are safe. This perception starkly contrasts with the reality, where 61% of SMBs reported being targeted by cyber attacks in 2021. The disconnect between perceived and actual risk can lead to inadequate defenses, making these businesses more vulnerable. 3. Investment in cybersecurity versus necessity. The increase in cybersecurity spending among small businesses, with 22% raising their budgets in 2021, may not correlate directly with the actual level of preparedness. Despite increased spending, 51% of small businesses still lack any cybersecurity measures. This indicates that financial investment does not necessarily translate to effective security practices, as many businesses may not know how to allocate funds effectively towards meaningful cybersecurity solutions. For ransomware and recovery expectations, the statistics show that 75% of SMBs could not continue operating if they were hit with ransomware, and 51% of those attacked pay the ransom. This highlights a troubling aspect of cybersecurity. Despite the understanding of the need for security, many businesses still view ransomware as a manageable risk rather than a catastrophic event. The expectation that they can simply pay off attackers undermines the seriousness of the threat and may lead to a cycle of vulnerability. 5. Customer data compromise. The statistic that 87% of small businesses have customer data that could be compromised is alarming, yet many businesses lack basic protections. For instance, 27% of small businesses with no cybersecurity protections still collect customer credit card information. This suggests a troubling oversight in risk management, where businesses engage in practices that inherently increase their risk exposure without implementing adequate defenses. 6. Underestimation of cyber insurance needs. Despite the high stakes associated with cyber attacks, only 17% of small businesses have cyber insurance. Furthermore, 48% of those insured did not purchase coverage until after an attack. This indicates a significant gap in risk management where businesses fail to prepare adequately for potential breaches, relying instead on reactive measures that could lead to financial ruin. 7. Misleading security measures. Many small businesses rely on free consumer-grade cybersecurity solutions, with 1/3 of firms with fewer than 50 employees doing so. This reliance on subpar security measures is counterintuitive to the belief that businesses are taking cybersecurity seriously. The lack of robust enterprise-level solutions leaves businesses vulnerable, despite a growing awareness of cyber threats. 8. Delayed response to cyber threats. The timeline of events shows a gradual increase in awareness and investment in cybersecurity, but the slow response to emerging threats suggests a broader systemic issue. For example, while many businesses have revised their cybersecurity plans since the COVID-19 pandemic, a significant portion still operates under outdated assumptions about their security needs and the evolving threat landscape. 9. Socio-psychological factors. The data indicates that social engineering attacks are significantly more prevalent among small businesses, with employees experiencing 350% more attacks than those in larger organizations. This counterintuitive finding suggests that the human element, often underestimated in cybersecurity planning, is a critical vulnerability that attackers exploit. The false sense of security among small business employees can lead to vulnerabilities that are not adequately addressed through technical controls alone. In summary, while the projection of a 30% reduction in data breaches by Q4 2024 is hopeful, it is accompanied by a series of counterintuitive insights that reveal significant gaps in the understanding of cybersecurity among small businesses. These findings highlight the need for a more nuanced approach to cybersecurity, one that not only involves financial investment but also a fundamental shift in how businesses perceive and manage their vulnerabilities. The report projects a 30% reduction in data breaches across healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail by Q4 2024. While many may focus on the optimistic outcome, several critical aspects of the report are likely to be overlooked. Here are the significant points along with their relevance. 1. Sector-specific vulnerabilities. Significance. The report highlights that healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail are particularly susceptible to cyber attacks. The healthcare sector is particularly concerning due to the sensitivity of patient data, which is a prime target for cyber criminals. Retail faces risks associated with customer payment information. Understanding these vulnerabilities is crucial for tailored cybersecurity strategies, as each sector has unique risks that require specific defenses. 2. The rise of small business attacks. Significance. Small businesses account for a staggering 46% of all cyber breaches. This statistic showcases a shift in the threat landscape where cyber criminals are increasingly targeting smaller enterprises, often perceived as easier prey due to weaker security measures. The realization that small businesses are not immune to attacks is significant, as it can drive a change in perception and prompt more SMBs to invest in cybersecurity measures. The vulnerabilities of this demographic are often underestimated, leading to insufficient defenses. 3. Investment trends in cybersecurity. Significance: the report notes a notable increase in cybersecurity spending among SMBs, with 22% increasing budgets in 2021. This trend signifies a growing awareness of the potential financial and reputational damage caused by data breaches. However, the report also emphasizes that many small businesses still lack adequate cybersecurity measures, indicating a gap between awareness and action. This is significant because it suggests that while there is progress, many businesses remain underprepared, which could undermine overall sector security improvements. 4. Impact of cyber attacks on small businesses. Significance: the report states that 51% of small businesses that fall victim to ransomware pay the ransom. This highlights the desperate measures that many small businesses may resort to, reflecting the severe impact of such attacks on their operations. Additionally, 75% of SMBs could not continue operating if hit with ransomware, indicating that the survival of many small businesses is at stake. This reality underscores the importance of robust cybersecurity measures and preparedness strategies to mitigate such risks. 5. Awareness and preparedness gap. Significance: the report points out that 51% of small businesses have no cybersecurity measures in place and 36% are not at all concerned about cyber attacks. This discrepancy between perceived risk and actual threat is alarming. It suggests a lack of necessary education and understanding of cybersecurity among small business owners, which can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Addressing this gap is crucial for improving overall cybersecurity posture across sectors. 6. The role of regulations. Significance: as awareness around cyber threats grows, so do regulations aimed at protecting sensitive data, particularly in the healthcare sector. The significance of regulatory compliance cannot be understated, as it often drives organizations to adopt more stringent cybersecurity measures. Failure to comply can lead to heavy fines and legal repercussions, making it a critical aspect of cybersecurity strategy that organizations must prioritize. 7. Long-term projections. Significance: the projection of a 30% reduction in data breaches by Q4 2024 is based on the convergence of heightened awareness, increased regulation, and improved cybersecurity measures. However, the report emphasizes that this is not just about implementing technology, it also requires a cultural shift within organizations where cybersecurity becomes an integral part of the operational strategy. Overlooking this cultural aspect could lead to temporary fixes rather than sustainable solutions. 8. Psychological factors in cybersecurity. Significance: the report notes that many small business owners believe their companies are too small to be targeted by hackers. This misconception can lead to neglect in implementing necessary cybersecurity measures. Understanding the psychology of business owners and addressing these beliefs through education and awareness campaigns is vital for improving cybersecurity preparedness across the board. 9. Data encryption and multi-factor authentication (MFA). Significance: with only 17% of small businesses encrypting data and only 20% implementing MFA, these statistics highlight critical areas where improvements are necessary. Data encryption is essential for protecting sensitive information, and MFA is a basic yet effective measure against unauthorized access. The lack of adoption of these practices indicates a significant vulnerability that could be exploited by cyber criminals. In summary, while the projected reduction in data breaches is encouraging, the overlooked aspects of the report highlight the ongoing vulnerabilities and gaps in cybersecurity awareness, preparedness, and cultural adoption among businesses, particularly small enterprises. Addressing these issues is essential for achieving long-term success in reducing data breaches across sectors. Each overlooked point is significant because it underscores the multifaceted nature of cybersecurity challenges and the comprehensive approach needed to mitigate risks effectively. 1. Sector vulnerabilities and specific threats. The healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail sectors each face unique vulnerabilities that make them prime targets for cyber attacks. The healthcare sector is particularly susceptible due to the sensitive nature of patient data, while retail faces threats related to customer payment information. An in-depth analysis of the types of data breaches each sector experiences can reveal patterns that inform more targeted cybersecurity strategies. For instance, understanding the motives behind attacks, such as financial gain in the retail sector versus data theft in healthcare, can help tailor defenses. This point emphasizes the need for sector-specific risk assessments and the implementation of bespoke cybersecurity measures. 2. Rising awareness and preparedness among small businesses. The increasing recognition of cybersecurity threats among small businesses marks a significant trend in the landscape of cyber defense. A notable statistic is that 61% of small and medium-sized businesses reported being targeted by cyber attacks in 2021, which underscores the vulnerability of this demographic. This shift in awareness has led to a rise in investments in cybersecurity measures, such as multi-factor authentication and data encryption. A detailed discussion on how small businesses can effectively enhance their cybersecurity posture is critical, especially considering that 51% of these businesses lack any cybersecurity measures. Exploring best practices, resources available for small businesses, and the role of education in fostering a security culture can provide actionable insights. 3. Financial implications of cyber attacks. The financial repercussions of data breaches are significant, with over $2.8 billion in damages attributed to cyber attacks against small businesses in 2020 alone. Analyzing the costs involved in cyber incidents, ranging from immediate recovery expenses to long-term reputational damage, can highlight the importance of investing in cybersecurity as a means of risk management. The fact that 75% of small businesses could not continue operating if faced with ransomware further emphasizes the need for robust cybersecurity defenses. Discussing the economic impact of breaches on different sectors and the potential return on investment for cybersecurity measures can assist businesses in understanding the necessity of safeguarding their data. 4. Projected outcomes and future trends in cybersecurity. The projection of a 30% reduction in data breaches by Q4 2024 suggests that current investments in cybersecurity measures are beginning to take effect. This anticipated decline reflects broader trends in regulatory changes, technological advancements, and increased collaboration between businesses and cybersecurity professionals. An in-depth look at the factors contributing to this positive outlook, such as the role of government regulations, the rise of cyber insurance, and the adoption of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence and threat detection, can provide a comprehensive view of the future landscape. This point can also serve as a foundation for discussing ongoing challenges and the need for continual adaptation and response to evolving cyber threats. These 4 points serve as a comprehensive framework for analyzing the anticipated changes in the cybersecurity landscape across key sectors, as well as the implications for small businesses facing an increasing number of cyber threats. Each point highlights critical aspects that warrant further discussion and exploration to understand how organizations can effectively protect themselves against future attacks. 1. Target Data Breach 2013. In December 2013, Target Corporation revealed that hackers had accessed the credit and debit card information of approximately 40 million customers during the holiday shopping season. The breach occurred through a third-party vendor who had access to Target's network. This incident led to significant financial losses for Target, estimated at over $200 million, and damaged the company's reputation. In response, Target implemented enhanced security measures, including a shift to chip and PIN technology for credit cards and a greater focus on cybersecurity protocols. 2. Equifax Data Breach 2017. One of the most notorious data breaches, Equifax, a major credit reporting agency, suffered a cyber attack that exposed the personal information of approximately 147 million Americans. The breach, which included social security numbers, birth dates, and addresses, was attributed to a failure to patch a known vulnerability in its software. The fallout from the breach was immense, leading to numerous lawsuits, a significant drop in stock prices, and a settlement of around $700 million in 2019. Equifax faced severe scrutiny and criticism for its inadequate security measures and lack of transparency regarding the breach. 3. Yahoo data breaches 2013 to 2014. Yahoo disclosed two massive data breaches that occurred in 2013 and 2014 affecting all 3 billion user accounts. The breaches involved the theft of user data including names, email addresses, phone numbers, and hashed passwords. The company faced significant backlash for its delayed disclosure and inadequate security practices. Ultimately, Yahoo was acquired by Verizon for a reduced price in part due to the fallout from these breaches. The incidents underscored the importance of robust cybersecurity measures and timely communication with users regarding data protection. The projection of a 30% reduction in data breaches across the healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail sectors by Q4 2024 is an optimistic forecast, driven by increased cybersecurity awareness and proactive measures. Here are key predictions and insights regarding this trend. 1. Increased investment in cybersecurity. Organizations in the targeted sectors are expected to significantly increase their investments in cybersecurity technologies and personnel. This will include advanced threat detection systems, improved encryption methods, and comprehensive employee training programs aimed at reducing human error, which is a leading cause of breaches. 2. Enhanced regulatory compliance. As data protection regulations become stricter globally, businesses will be compelled to adopt more rigorous compliance measures. This will lead to the implementation of robust data governance frameworks, particularly within the healthcare and finance sectors where regulatory fines can be substantial. Companies will likely prioritize compliance not only to avoid penalties but also to build consumer trust. 3. Adoption of zero trust architectures. The zero trust security model, which operates on the principle of never trust, always verify, is predicted to gain traction. Organizations will implement this architecture to minimize risks by restricting access to sensitive data and systems based on user identity and context, thereby reducing the attack surface. 4. Focus on small business cybersecurity. The trend towards increased cybersecurity spending among small and medium-sized businesses (SMBs) is expected to continue. As awareness about vulnerabilities grows, SMBs, historically viewed as less likely targets, will invest more in cybersecurity. This shift will include adopting basic security measures such as multi-factor authentication, regular software updates, and employee training programs. 5. Collaborative defense initiatives. Expect to see more public-private partnerships aimed at improving cybersecurity resilience. Industries will collaborate to share threat intelligence, best practices, and response strategies. This collective effort will enhance threat detection and response capabilities across sectors, contributing to the projected decline in breach incidents. 6. Emergence of cyber insurance. As businesses become increasingly aware of the financial implications of data breaches, there will be a rise in the adoption of cyber insurance. With only 17% of small businesses currently holding such insurance, this figure is expected to rise significantly as companies seek to mitigate potential losses from cyber attacks. 7. Technological advancements. The integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning in cybersecurity practices will become more widespread. These technologies will help organizations to better predict, detect, and respond to threats in real time, thus reducing the likelihood and impact of data breaches. 8. Improved incident response plans. Organizations will refine their incident response strategies, ensuring that they have comprehensive plans in place for various breach scenarios. Regular drills and updates to these plans will become standard practice, enabling quicker recovery from breaches when they do occur. 9. Consumer education and awareness. As data breaches impact consumer trust, businesses will invest in educating their customers about their data protection measures. This proactive communication will not only enhance brand reputation but also foster customer loyalty as consumers become more concerned about how their data is handled. 10. Evolving cyber threat landscape. While a reduction in breaches is predicted, the nature of cyber threats will continue to evolve. Organizations will need to remain vigilant, adapting to new tactics employed by cyber criminals, including sophisticated social engineering attacks and ransomware targeting specific vulnerabilities in remote work setups. Conclusion: the projected 30% reduction in data breaches by Q4 2024 is contingent upon a multifaceted approach that includes increased investment in cybersecurity, enhanced regulatory compliance, the adoption of new technologies, and a cultural shift towards prioritizing data protection across all levels of business. By fostering a proactive cybersecurity environment, organizations in the healthcare, telecommunications, finance, and retail sectors can significantly mitigate risks and protect sensitive data, ultimately leading to a safer digital landscape.